I'm Prentiss Earl, entrepreneur in residence here at the Kauffman Foundation, and I'm joined here today by Ali and Chelsea, members of the 2014 Enactus National Championship winning team from Texas State. Guys, welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. To get started, can you guys introduce our viewers to Enactus and the competition that you just recently won?
Yeah, definitely. So Enactus is an organization. It's all across the country and across the world. And so, like you just said, we did win the United States National Championship. And so we went to competition and we showcased 4 of our best projects that we've done over the past year. And so what we do is we actually go and there's different rounds of competition and we get judged based off of a judging criteria. So one of the 3 main things that we get judged off of is people, profit, planet. Does it affect the people in our community and outside of our community if that project covers that area? Does it create, some type of profit, And so Enactus as a whole works with an entrepreneurship.
It essentially allows students to use business concepts to help people, instead of giving them a handout, to give them a hand up, essentially. And we also get to connect with today's business leaders and work on great projects that are, making a difference in our community and beyond.
That's fantastic. So you mentioned projects. Can you dig into that a little bit more and tell us more about the different components and initiatives that you guys chose to tackle?
Definitely. So we have over 50 projects in our project database, and at any given time we have working on 20 plus projects our team is. So every summer we get together, we kind of assess the need in our local community and really beyond. And we also have projects going all the way out to Africa, for instance. So we kind of see what a need is, and then we kind of see if we can develop a project around it. Can we add value? Is it possible? For example, last summer we decided to start a project called Mobile Loaves and Fishes. Well, we noticed that there was a lot of homeless in Austin, Texas, actually 2,300. So we partnered up with Mobile Loaves and Fishes, the organization, to basically help them turn them into entrepreneurs and help them find a place to live so they're no longer homeless.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's awesome. And how was the success of that particular program?
Yeah, it's great now. One of the new things that we're doing right now to further along this project is we're actually helping them build houses in a community. They've purchased land right outside of Austin, and so what they're doing is there's a little community, and what we're doing now is going out there and building houses. Anything from like a small house, like I just said, down to a little mini mobile home, for instance. And in there they have their own little workshop, community kitchen, community bath, they have gardens. So that's our main focus right now, is going out there and helping them get this community up and running and started.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah. And the great part of this project is that they're paying rent, they're self-sustainable, and to do that we actually had our own version of the Shark Tank where our students came up with 10 different product ideas that they're actually building in the workshop and now selling throughout town and also at large festivals such as ACL, South by Southwest, Pecan Street Festival, and they're making over $20 an hour.
That's amazing. That's fantastic. So I know that with Enactus, the entrepreneurial spirit is a big part of the program's overall mission, vision, and goal. How was the entrepreneurial spirit? How did you guys infuse that into the projects that you were working on, and how did you pass that on to the people that you were working with?
Well, anytime we start a project, we're entrepreneurs on our own, since we're running each project like its own business. And actually, one of our projects, Project Row, ended up being a business that I started. And what that does is it helps small to medium-sized business owners with their marketing efforts. We noticed that a lot of small to medium-sized business owners were not up to date with marketing. A lot of them, for instance, did not even have a website, had no online presence. And we found it interesting that 97% of people, when they're shopping locally, they look online first. So we definitely saw a disconnect and a need. So we came up with different solutions, and we've grown it now into 8 different solutions that we're offering, and we're helping over 150 business owners, and we've got over 100,000 in revenues. And then also a great part of this project is that for every client we have every month, we plant 1 tree in an area of deforestation. We've planted over 5,000 trees over the last year.
So that was an interesting part of the presentation when you guys put that in. Why did you decide to incorporate that environmental component with Row?
Just because for our Enactus team and me personally, the environment's a big part of our life, and we just wanted to give back. And a lot of our solutions are eco-friendly, and we decided to take it one step further by actually making a commitment to plant a tree for every client as well.
So how important was the scalability and sustainability piece of the projects that you guys started?
Scalability and definitely sustainability is very important to our projects. When we're looking at creating projects, that's one of the top factors we look at, just because we understand that we're not going to be be able to help these individuals and businesses forever. So we want to definitely teach them and empower them. And Chelsea can actually tell you about how we did this with Mobile Loaves and Fishes.
Yeah, so one of the components of Mobile Loaves and Fishes is where we actually go out and help them sell ice cream bars and waters at different festivals around Austin, such as Austin City Limits and South by Southwest. And so we are actually going out there on the streets and helping them through street treats, that's what it's called. And so we're helping them actually learn sales concepts and business concepts. And so they're not just out there just asking people to come on over and buy some ice cream, but we're teaching them different ways of attracting new customers and getting them out there and everything. So like you said, of course it's not plans to just, go in there for a year and then back out. But, we want to make sure that it is sustainable once it does come to that point.
Awesome. To wrap all of this up, you guys you've presented, you've won the United States competition. What's next with this particular competition and your team?
Yeah, so next, like I mentioned, we go on to represent the United States at the World Cup in October in Beijing, China. So now we're not just Team Texas State Enactus, we're now Team USA going on and representing the United States. And so we'll be one of 36 other countries going there to represent the United States and hopefully bring it home.
That's fantastic. And we hope that you guys bring it home as well. After the competition, after you win the World Cup, what's next for you guys?
I want to continue to try to grow Row, which is the business I helped start through Enactus. We're actually this month and last month have been our 2 best months, and we're rapidly growing ourselves, so that's exciting. If not, take one of the many opportunities that Enactus has opened up for me.
Yeah, and Chelsea, what about
you?
And
then with Mobile Loaves and Fishes, we're just hoping to go out there and just build on this community. It starts with the home, and so we're going to help the homeless get off the streets, like we said in our presentation. We're trying to help them, and like Ollie mentioned as well, we're trying to give them a hand up, not a handout.
Ali, Chelsea, thank you for joining us here at the Kauffman Foundation. We want to wish you the best of luck in your competition overseas in the Enactus World Cup. And we also want to thank you for spreading this entrepreneurial spirit and being ambassadors for entrepreneurship and inspiring and empowering people all over the world.
Thank you for having us. Thank you.
Thank you.